That right there are a couple of fish that I've prepared for my puppies. What I've done is cut some of the spines off of them, and that's just because they're pups. The adults don't have any problems with them. This is just their first exposure to them. Over here we've got my Lycan Shepherd Ulu and Blue Bay Shepherd Kurgan there eating some fish, enjoying a nice meal. That strapping young lad there is my youngest son Max, and he's holding F3 Lycan Shepherds Winter on the right and Toki on the left. They're about to have their first exposure to fish. And this is a pup bong video. Alright Max, put them down. Again, this is our first exposure to fish. Toki just took hers. There you go. Fish is a big staple of my dog's diets. Good girl. The growl you heard over there was Kurgan growling at Ulu. And then she gave me a little growl as I pet her here. Again, we're working on the food aggression training, getting her accustomed to us petting her while she's eating. You see, she likes that fish. Good girl. Again, now petting her when she growls at me like this, when she doesn't want me to pet her, is not rewarding her. It's a subtle way of establishing my dominance over her, showing her that her growls are not going to prevent me from petting her. And what this does is this desensitizes her to our touch when eating, so that later on, you know, when your child or somebody else that she doesn't know well comes up and touches her, she's not going to associate them with a threat for her food. You know, we want her to realize that humans are the food provider, we're not the food threat. See, she's calmed right down and she's really loving that fish. Toki over there. Let's go see how he's doing. How you doing, buddy? Enjoying that fish? Huh? Good boy. See how much improvement he's made since we started doing this. He doesn't try to get away now. He gives us a little growl, but he's, again, just worried we're going to take it. Let me get this stuff here, the fuzz. Yeah, good boy. They like that fish. Fish is an extremely nutritious protein you can give your dogs. It's full of all kinds of beneficial oils and organs. For those who will say, well, do canines eat fish in the wild? Yes, they do. You can Google or search on YouTube wolves fishing, and there's all kinds of videos of wolves eating fish. Even wolves catching fish. What's up, sweetie? You don't have to worry about the bones as long as they're raw. Raw chicken, fish, beef, or whatever bones are perfectly safe. It's cooked bones that are dangerous. Cooking the bone changes the bone. It changes its consistency and makes it brittle and indigestible and prone to both obstructions and perforations of the bowel. Raw bones won't do that, but you do want to make sure they are adequately chewing up the bones. Chewing is the first stage of digestion, and I always stress that. You know, one of the big problems that kibble-fed dogs have is they don't properly chew their food when they come over to a raw diet. Ways you can address that are by feeding them pieces that are too big for them to gulp down. And if that still doesn't help, you can feed them those pieces fully frozen, which will force them to have to chew it up. Chicken leg quarters are great for that size-wise. You know, we got Kurgan and Ulu over here eating some fish. Come in here and give her some more pets. Yeah. And we work on touching their feet, by the face, the tail, you know, all those things, you know. We're stressing her and pushing her boundaries on purpose. We want to teach her now when she's young to accept these things so that when she's older, it doesn't become an issue when somebody she doesn't consider dominant over her in the household does that, like a child. You know, and it takes little effort to spend some time each meal with them when they're young doing this to make your dog have a solid temperament when it's around food. You know, as an animal warden, I've seen, you know, literally thousands of dogs put to sleep over the 20 years that I did that, and a lot of that could have been avoided had people just, you know, taken a little time to socialize and teach their dogs these things. See, she's loving that fish. A little sashimi. I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers to the channel. And say thank you to all those who've been here for a while watching my videos. So, sweetie pie. Get a little bit of a scale there. It's all part of the chewing process, you know. If they swallow a piece that's a little big, and I've been feeding raw fish and chicken for over 20 years. Never had an issue. You don't have to worry about raw food bacteria with dogs. They carry salmonella as a natural part of their gut flora. They have stronger digestive juices and a shorter G-tract, making them designed to deal with that. If you'd like to learn more about feeding a raw diet, I always leave links in the video description. You can also Google BARF diet. BARF is an acronym for biologically appropriate raw foods. It was a raw food protocol created by veterinarian Ian Billinghurst. And he created that to help address some of the modern diseases affecting dogs related to nutritionally deficient, overly processed commercial diet. As you notice in the background, when that log fell over, she didn't jump or move at all while eating, and she didn't know what that was. I mean, that shows you she's got a pretty solid temperament. Now at 8 weeks, these puppies are pretty advanced when it comes to being able to chew and process large food like this, and that's a combination of a couple of things. One is that they're a large breed puppy, a very large breed, and the other just being the type of dog they are and the type of jaws they have. They're really made for dismantling and processing food like this compared to like a bull breed. And so most puppies like this at this age, you're going to want to take like a meat cleaver or something and process the fish up for them to chew. And I do have videos showing me doing that with younger puppies on the channel. Let's go check in on Toki. Homie. See how he doesn't really even react to me coming over anymore. Again, over the last few days we've been doing this, he's really getting accustomed to it. Yeah. Now again, I'm touching him by his... Oh, don't do that. I'm touching him by his face and pushing the boundaries. Now you saw there when he snapped at me. He's not trying to bite me, he's trying to bluff me and get me to stop. And what I'm teaching him by continuing to do that after that is that that kind of stuff doesn't work. And, you know, I'm going to keep doing it either way. And so I'm really stressing him now after that to push that point home. You know, the worst thing you can do when a puppy does that is to quit, you know, because you're basically rewarding them for doing that. Yes. Now this is a really high value food to them. You can see that they like this even more than that chicken. That's Kurgan over there bitching at Ulu about the fish. But again, with these things, you know, that's how you address that. You know, some people ask, you know, what do you do if the puppy snaps at you? You just keep doing the same thing. Again, it's just a puppy. If it bites you, it's not going to hurt that bad. And to stop at that point, again, is to reward it, you know. So you just keep going. You just let them know that that's not an option. Good girl. Yes. And again, I'm purposely pushing the boundaries by petting close to the mouth and stuff like that. We do that intentionally. Really playing clean up there. They just both ate a couple of nice sized fish. She's starting to blow her coat. You can see that's what the light tufts of hair are on her rear legs. Ulu, that is, the black dog in the background. Let's go back and mess with the Toki man. Very high value food to him. That's why you're seeing this reaction compared to with the chicken over the last few days. Those nummy noises you're making, num num num. It's just a lot of canine bitching. That's all it is. And that's how you need to address it. You know, the worst thing you could do is to smack the puppy and roll it over and submit it and take its food. You're basically reinforcing why the dog's scared you're going to take it. And that's what this is. He really likes this food. And, you know, he's worried that I'm going to take it. It's his first time having something this good. And so that's what the reaction is here. And you need to understand where that's coming from and why they're reacting that way. Again, especially when you see over the last couple of days with the chicken, the difference in the fish today, it just tells you this guy's a fish eater. Just like Kurgan. That's Kurgan's favorite too. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, stop. Stop your bitching. Get those nummy brains and eyeballs here soon. All packed with all kinds of protein and vitamins. You see him starting to calm down now. Again, we're teaching him I'm the food guy. I'm the guy that provides the food. I'm not here to challenge you for it. I've already given it to you. I always cringe at the approach of somebody smacking a puppy and taking the food away from them or rolling them on their back when they do this. I mean, again, you're setting things back, you know, a lot in your relationship with the dog, and you're teaching the dog basically might makes right, so that later on, you know, the dog may totally respect you and allow you to take stuff from it, but when a lesser member of the pack it doesn't feel subordinate to tries to do this, touch it, you know, you pet it, your child, your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, whoever, you know, there's a chance they're going to get bit. And, you know, so that's why we do this, and we desensitize them to any human hands coming into them. I mean, again, he isn't being a jerk here, you know. He's just a puppy that really loves this new food. You know, and people a lot of times misread these. You know, they look through this stuff with human eyes and don't try to view it from a dog or a puppy's perspective. It's one of the reasons I make these videos. You know, and you can see with past dogs, like my dog Joker and also Wrecker, they were very food dominant puppies. You know, very defensive of food when I first got them. And you know, you can see in the later you can see in the later videos with them that you know, I totally cured them of that, and it's just by doing this. I mean, again, we're not rewarding him for doing this. He hates me petting him right now. He wants me to stop, and by stopping, that's rewarding him. And we're really pushing his boundaries right now because, you know, we've gotten a reaction out of him, and we want to desensitize him to that. Let's calm down a bit. We'll leave him in peace now. We've showed him that when he stops making those noises, that I stop annoying him by petting him. This winter, she's like, I heard you messing with my brother over there. Are you coming to pet me again? Yes, good girl. Now you can see she's a little a little farther along in our training process. But again, both will get there within the next couple of weeks. This always works if you stick with it, and that's the key, to stick with it. Yes. Oh. Her growling at Toki. Did you stash your fish over there and come to steal hers? Or did you just decide to be cute and clean your muzzle on camera again? What's up, you man? You done bitching, huh? You like that fish, don't you? You like having a clean face and paws. Look at you. You cleaned up yesterday, too. What's up, little man? Oh boy. Well, I reached the max recording time in my video here. I had to delete something. I was able to make enough space for 10 more minutes. During that time, Toki got Winter's piece while she was sniffing at Ulu. But Toki's other piece is over here, so. Winter. Right there. There you go. It's got all the good stuff in it too, the brains and the eyes. Nice. Going back over to her spot to eat. That's her spot. She likes to eat over on that grate. And he likes to eat over here. That's always what cracks me up. No, stop. Yes. Almost dropped my phone. This is Kurgan's spot where he likes to eat too. He likes to eat on these grates. Those who ask where are the other dogs? They're inside eating as well. What's up, big man? Kurgan moving and lifting up the grates to get any fish that's falling underneath them. Toki there eating on the other grate. They like these grates a lot. That's what I use them for, is for them to eat on. Just gives them something off the ground that they like. Taking your food over by the bowls. Just like that. I'm just trying to get off of camera. The Toki over there hiding his fish somewhere in the yard. Where'd you hide it? Where'd you hide it, little dude? Huh? Watching his sister eat. It's moving in. Let's see what happens. She's the dominant one between them, so. But that can change. She's taking it to their fort. There's a secret little area underneath the stairs that they like to hang out in. It's winter. Oh, good boy. Go potty. Good boy. So she found a place to get away from him to finish it. That's funny. Well, you're gonna have to find your own, buddy. Well, that's all. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell down below. You'll get email notifications when my new videos come out. If you want to support the channel, check out our Teespring store. Lots of cool merch, sweatshirts, t-shirts, masks, etc. It's a good way to support us and get something cool in return. That's all. Bye. Get a shot of the Toki in here so you can see him. See ya. Thanks for watching. Check out our merch store down below.